Now let's begin the story.
I ain't your average cat. I slap box with lions. Ever since the 5th grade, kickball with tires. Made a mini fortune off a ripped off appliance. Money when it's stove back, hit dog with irons. Boogie need to find God. Shit dog, I'm trying. That's why I robbed the Deacon house. Man, quit your lying. I did it.
Brand new!
H-Town's finest, the 16 Shots podcast with Young James Boogie and AR Dub.
I know you're gonna dig this.
All right, so we are live in somewhere. I don't know where, but somewhere it's live. We have the multi-talented, multifaceted star of many a film, set designer, script writer, co-director and director, and probably 17 other things that I don't know that she does. We got the Miss Andrea Tyler.
What's up, everybody? How's it going?
Chilling.
I want, you know what? I remember last time you came on the show, I was so inebriated that I couldn't say Tyler. I was like, Taylor, but it's Tay. I know it's a T and a Y and an L in there somewhere.
It did take you a moment, but right now that introduction right there, you were right on time with it. It was the longest introduction I've ever had, but you had it.
I'm pretty sure. See, man, it's too early for me to start my shenanigans, so I'm gonna keep my commentary to myself. I'm gonna wait until look at them with the H-Town. I see you.
Oh
baby.
yeah, I need a haircut. You know what I'm saying? Since I need a haircut, I gotta.
Don't throw it. You want it, bro. You don't pull out no.
No, I'm not gonna win. I'm not gonna win that battle with you.
Don't pull out no. I ain't
gonna win out with you.
I got a H-Town. I got a rocket that you ain't seen yet. I'm just dying to throw on with a pow pow pow. Bow.
Miss Tyler, how you doing today?
I'm feeling great. I'm elated.
You know, I've been seeing your post. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get to it. I've been meaning to come visit with you at your establishment so I can see your views from the bar as well. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I gotta come check that out. Those some nice views I saw.
The views from the bar are always on point from where I'm standing.
Yeah, Boogie, we're gonna have to step out to see this.
I was trying
I'm a hermit and I don't go nowhere.
That's what you say, sir. I was trying to finagle a situation where we could do some things, but you know, the logistics weren't right for us to be able to do it, where we could do a live show at the bar. But don't think that I'm done though, Miss Tyler, because I still don't think that I'm done, because I can see a scenario where we had some scripted and unscripted things going on in an alternate location, you know. Okay. And to compensate for the monetary lacking or the propensity to create money that will probably be created in the situation that they are in now and that you are in now, we will create a similar situation in our alternate, you know, location, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, so you know, I know that, you know, people feel like the great American poet Brad Jordan said, well, the great American poet Daz Dillinger on a record with Brad Jordan said, money make the world go round. That's true.
Okay.
It made me do all the things that I do.
Right on.
Ride down Belford one deep and bump screw. Yeah, so I know that they would want to receive some type of monetary compensation, and I'm not in the position to divvy out funds in the way that they would probably be used to. But I could create this similar situation where they could have the opportunity to do the same thing the same way in an alternate location. And we
said a lot. You said a lot just now. I feel like to do what they do in an alternate location is gonna cost us more.
No, it's not.
Man, that sounds like a private event. You know what I'm saying? And usually to get somebody to leave their normal routine establishment and then come sit with us in a private area, we're going to have to supply more earnings than they would normally get in their own establishment.
That's crazy man thinking, bro.
That is, ask Miss Tyler if that's crazy man thinking. Please ask her.
That is absolutely accurate facts.
Hold on.
That is not a crazy man thinking at all.
This is what I'm saying. I'm a realist, right? I'm a very realist.
Okay.
People play the lottery, knowing that there's a slim chance they're gonna win. People go to establishments assuming, well, I normally get this, I normally get that, right? So only a fool would be like, I'm not going somewhere else to get something because I get this there. If I say, hey, we're going to create the same situation just somewhere else, okay, yeah, because they could get more. And if I wanted to be a low down dirty Negro just to prove a point, but I won't, I could just be like, I got XYZ, XYZ, and XYZ coming.
What is XYZ, XYZ, and XYZ? You got to give us more.
If I say a name,
if I say
a name, they would assume just because the name there is money there. Am I wrong? Am I right?
You're also right.
So I'm not saying that I would be nefarious and just throw a name out there, but I'm saying that I would be upfront and honest and be like, hey, this is what we're doing. This is going to be the minimum. This is the time period that we're going to do it at. It's not going to interfere with your normal, hours of operation. It's also going to give you a chance to expound your earning potential without you spending any money. And I think that a forward-thinking human being would be like, you know what? I mean, the potential to make money is always better than the actual money that you make, because that's what the world is marketing.
I think if I know I provide a service at a rate, let's say I know if I provide a service, and I'm gonna just throw a number here, I'm gonna get $1,000 on every night I'm providing said service in the place I provided at.
Yeah,
I'm going to have a fee that you need to pay for me to come to your private event.
I see. No. See, you labeled it wrong. It's not a private event.
Well, what is it then?
It's an opportunity to expound your earning potential.
Sound like you trying to hustle me and feed me some bullshit, but okay.
I mean, that's how. That's marketing, right? If I tell you,
it sound like you trying to hustle me and you trying to hustle me and bullshit me, and I would just tell you, sir, I'm glad that you have this opportunity. But for me to step one toe out of my home and come to your gathering, it's gonna cost you X amount of dollars.
Sound like you're talking to some prostitutes or something like that. I'm talking to people who are business people, and a business person on any level understands that the opportunity to make more money doesn't always come in a package of upfront money. A lot of times it comes in a package of, hey, this is the opportunity for you to be able to make more by doing this. You can make something, you will make something to compensate for your time, but you
make something.
You'll make something.
So let me ask you a question. You provide a service of basketball coaching.
Yeah.
And you normally provide, I'm assuming, correct me if I'm wrong, but you do normally provide that service in a certain location, right?
At certain locations. Yeah, keep going.
Yes. Okay. So you have your certain locations you provide said services. So if I want my child to come, I got to bring them to one of those locations. Yeah. Now, if I call you and say, hey, you know what? I have an opportunity where I want to do some stuff. I want to do a camp. I want to do some camps. So I want to do some private sessions. Mm-hmm. You have a price point that you have to meet for you to leave your house and come do that event.
Not always.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, like, tomorrow, perfect example. Tomorrow I'm going to the I don't know that place. I want to say I'm going somewhere tomorrow. My fee is nothing. My fee is nothing. But when I go to this place, I'm understanding that I'm going to be dealing with 400 to 500 people and being able to display my services for 400 people. 400 people who I wouldn't be able to display my services for. That's an opportunity. So just because I didn't get paid up front, that's small-minded business, bro. If you think that I got to get paid up front every time I do something, if a person's thinking I got to get paid up front to do it, then you might be thinking in a small-minded, because sometimes, I give this much to get way more. I give a little bit here, or I give my services here, or I put myself in this position to be able to have access to way more than I would have of me trying nickel and dime, or me trying to price point the way out. If I just
so this thing you're doing tomorrow, is it could it be considered a marketing event as well, to display what your product you sell?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm going to it's a 3-on-3 tournament. A guy I know is hosting, and he said, "Can you ref?" I said, "Yeah."
Oh, I ain't talking about reffing though. That's different.
What you mean? Oh, how is different, bro? Because I get paid to ref. What you mean?
Yeah, you do get paid.
You provide service.
I provide a service, and really I should be like, it costs this much to ref wherever you go. Oh, you want to ref? It costs X amount of dollars. But like, nah, I'll do it, because now I know these 400 people that just seen me ref, or that I ref for. Oh, he there for free. Oh, that's how he act for free. When I got 85 kids, it's opportunities that I'll be exposed to for no money that I couldn't pay to get. I couldn't pay to get there. So yeah, that's business, man. That's business, bro.
I will agree with you. I have went and shot some stuff for the look, for networking purposes, not necessarily charging people, but all of the people involved in what we were speaking about with Miss Tyler's affiliates, I think that they have a number that we would have to guarantee for them to step out the house.
I mean, that's what you put on it, bro. I'm saying that.
You're right. That's just me. I don't know. In all of my years of dealing with these type of parties that I might have had some involvement in, the young ladies have never stepped out the house on the assumption that they would get something. We had to have an established price before they showed up to our gathering.
Okay, that's you. But I'm saying that if I go to an establishment and the woman and I say, if I tell a person, hey, Slim Thug and his homeboys coming here every weekend, you think the women or the people?
You moving the goalposts.
What you mean? No, listen what I'm saying. I didn't say that Slim Thug's paying nobody. I just said he's just here. You think that people wouldn't go out of their way to be there?
Just saying that, but and when you do that, when I'm putting names out like that, known celebrities that are going to be at this situation, when we're speaking of the nature in which we're speaking of, the assumption is that these people will be there to provide tips for their services. But even with that, there still is a number for them to even show up.
Oh no. Or they might just feel like, if I get a chance to just meet him, I can talk to him and I can put myself in him. If he see me, if he talk to me, oh, I'm in the dough. It doesn't have to be you pay me. Like, think about it. You telling me, and I'm not saying it had to be a big name. I'm saying that if you talk to somebody and if you can convince them that what you're doing is in their best interest, whatever it is, only a person who doesn't understand commerce would be like, nah, I'm gonna go against my bet. If you can convince them that it's in, like what I'm saying is, if I'm saying that the way I get paid is by views, the way I need more clientele, and I'm saying, well, I'm gonna put you in a situation where you can get 1,000 free views. All you gotta do is show up. Why would I be like, nah, I don't want no 1,000 free views. I don't want no free views. I don't want my services to be promoted that way. I want to keep making it this way. I want to keep struggling. I want to keep. And I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that.
I have got to say something, because
that's why I stopped. I said I'm gonna stop.
This is like a back and forth, but I okay. So let's just say, in this situation that you guys are talking about, you start off with 10 females. By the time you get through
Yeah.
pitching your what by the time you get through with your pitch, Boogie,
Yeah.
you're gonna have 5 females
That's
that
all
are
I
still
need.
standing there.
That's all I need.
But I'm telling you, you're gonna lose half of whatever you start with, because you do have some open-minded females out here that are entertainers that understand logistics. But then you have others who expect for them walking through a door to mean something is supposed to happen. So they're going to expect that number up front.
I agree.
And by the way, when Slim Thug comes in the building, Slim Thug pays. Back in the day, I was one of those girls that was called to his videos, and the price was paid up front
for the video.
So it, that was for a video, but it's considered what you would call a private event.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to throw a private event.
But I'm saying it's because I'm not where I would normally be making my money. You're asking me to be somewhere else. So I need the money that I'm missing to be compensated.
So do you feel,
it's a 50-50 chance of how things are gonna go. If you start off with 10, you're gonna end up with 5. You start off with 5, you're gonna end up with 2.
And my thinking, and I can see that. My thinking is that, once again, there's like you said, it's 2 sides to every coin. It's two ways to look at it. If I start off with 10 and end up with 5, and the 5 are able to expound and grow, then the 5 won and I won. Because now when I go back to the other 5, I'm coming back with, you got to pay me.
I agree.
You got to pay me now, because I know these 5 artists already spoke for. I ain't got to speak to you no more. They already came back and, girl, I made XYZ, or girl, this so and so, or girl, blah blah blah. So when I come back, I'm like, oh, the fee is so and so now, right?
Absolutely.
And if it doesn't work, oh well. Entrepreneurship is failure, and it's not it's not failure in I fail and I quit doing it. I fail and I find another way to go. I keep going until I find a success. So
that's right.
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, the Rockets are getting better, but they're playing teams that are losing. So it's a double-edged sword. Well, let's get to this. We had some good topics, man. I want to get to those. I gotta find them though, because like I said, I'm fresh off the block. You know what I'm saying? I'm fresh off the slanging these whistles, blowing these.
Yeah,
whistles.
you pulled your whole hoodie up and flashed and everything. You just
yeah. I had to show you what I'm working with. Show you what I'm working with.
Off the block.
You know what I'm saying? Show me what you're working with. We'll start at the beginning, right?
Okay.
This is the part where I talk crazy about Dub, because I find it funny sometimes. Dub is the worst bartender ever. Like, I don't know. He probably will admit it. You know what I'm saying? But his goal is not to make a tasty drink. Well, maybe now in his twilight or his latter years, it's like, oh, wants to be tasty or whatever. But in 20s, his idea of a drink was, how strong can the drink be? Like, it wasn't like, oh, let's make it, palatable to the tongue. Let's see if we can concoct something that's new and vivacious.
I'm gonna have to call Cap, bro. Now I'm gonna have to call Cap. Now part of your take is not false. Okay. You are true. My goal was to make the strongest drink I could to, liven up the party. But we have a legendary drink named after our legendary group that Young Dub, mixed up. So don't act like, for years the drink was requested.
All and right? What is that drink, if I might ask?
He gonna pull the one.
Man, it's called CG Punch. You know what I'm saying? And it was pretty fire. And I won't drink the shit to this. I won't drink it now. I'll make it. If someone asks me to make it, I will make it for him, but I won't drink it. But Young James Boogie has he has had some good nights off of the sipping of the CG Punch,
I
He's
always
had
have
some
good
good,
nights, bro. Somebody, I've had some good nights.
No,
I don't never
you
have
know,
bad. You've never seen me.
yeah.
You've never seen me. You've never seen me. You've never seen me on the
Wait a
drink.
minute.
Yeah,
Did you
man.
just do a wardrobe change?
He gonna do that a lot.
Look, man. Look, man. I just saw my Rockets. You know, I'm a Rockets fan. You know, even though our team is funny right now, I'm a Rockets fan. But how many times have you seen me vomit off of alcohol?
Boogie, I've seen you wasted a couple of times.
I didn't ask you if I was wasted.
We've been trying to start a show, and you were asleep in the lawn.
I was asleep
in the middle of somewhere's neighborhood in front of a building, bro. Sleep. You have been drunk enough to piss in a bottle in a truck.
But at you still, I still asked you a specific question, and you said, I said, have you ever seen me vomit off a drink?
I mean, if we all were inebriated in these days in our younger years, I'm pretty sure I might have saw you, but don't remember it because I was drunk myself. So
okay, have you ever seen me pass out from a drink?
You just was sleeping in the front lawn of a convention center.
I didn't.
Yes.
I went to sleep. Bro. I didn't pass out. I went and laid down.
Nobody in their right mind in the middle of the day goes to lay down in the front lawn of a convention center, bro, to take a nap. Who does that?
This is where Dub. This is what Dub does. See, Dub doesn't tell the whole. He tells a part of the story, and it seems the type of way he positions the story to fit. But the entire story was, we had been drinking all day. I told them, hey, let me stay in the car and sleep it off. Because we had been there since like the beginning of the day. I was like, let me go sleep in the car, give me a nap, I'll be good. Man, get out the car. Man, let me sleep it off. So then he got out the car. In my brain, I was like, I'm gonna catch me a nap, bro. I don't care what they say. I know what I need to do. So I just went and laid down on the soft, nice grass. And when they found me, I was like this. Was I not?
That was my next question. Like, were you in these people grass, like with a whole body imprint?
I was in the front of the club, in the grass, the club, like this.
That boy was like he was laying out in his bed or something.
I wasn't like this. So I was like this, bro.
Everybody involved had been drinking just as much or more than you, bro.
No. Well, maybe. I don't know. But look, once again, you talking about 260, 250, I won probably 70 at the time.
The fuck that got to do with me?
That sounds like a bunch of excuses to me. Come on now.
That's what it's bug though.
I'm drinking with the I'm drinking. First off,
you probably was drinking Run Rico anyway, my nigga.
No, we was drinking the good stuff, bro. Because we was at that's what happened. We had access to everything at the bar because we got there early, and we was part of the crew. So they was like, y'all could do whatever, y'all could drink whatever you want to. Y'all help them set up. So we was drinking Ciroc and Hennessy and we was with J Boss. We was drinking all the good stuff. All the strong stuff.
J Boss can't drink. DJ J Boss?
Yes.
He don't even drink. That boy, you ain't never seen him DJ. He be having that say, bring a drink to the DJ. And the same drink that you brought him at the beginning of the club is still there at the end of the club.
He cannot drink. Now you gotta remember where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
I grew up as an adult in the clubs around Houston. I know J Boss, and I've been knowing him since before his shoulders was big. Okay, that man cannot drink, and I don't care if he hear this or not. He can't drink.
I can agree with you. No, I wouldn't say
that was a bad person to throw in there.
No, I'm saying because the reason why I brought him up because that's when he had the fish tank in the purple whatever it was. I want to say 300. They said it was a Bentley, but it really was 300. You know what I'm saying? We had a fish tank in there. And so I was like, hey, let me chill. Because I was in the back seat. I was like, hey, let me sleep. Let me take this off. You know what I'm saying? I was in the back seat. I was, you know what I'm saying? The ambiance, the fish, the water. I was, I would be, hey, man, I'm like, hey, bro, man, just let me sleep this off, man.
Yeah, see, I don't remember this part. But Yeah, you like, I'm not finna let no drunk nigga sleep in my car though.
See, that's the type of nigga you are, man. I would.
Yeah, my nigga, because I ain't finna come to my car and you done threw up in my back seat. Nah, my nigga.
You know
that's
what?
a
You know
clean
what?
bill.
I take it back. It was one time I threw up. The one time I could say I threw up was when your brother was taking us back somewhere.
Oh, the night you
Oh.
threw up when we was at Harlem Nights for my
yeah,
my bachelor party.
That's the one time I could think of. But okay, we didn't got sidetracked. But I was going to say was what's
And you threw up out the window of the expedition on the freeway too.
Yes,
that was bad, bro.
Yeah, that's the one time. But
that's the night you was in there talking to the young ladies, to the entertainment, bro, learning their life story. You know what I'm saying?
They jealous, man. They be jealous. Look, Miss Tyler, when we go to establishments like that, I say the same thing every time. I say the exact same because it's the truth. I'm like, look, I'm here for this person or that person. I'll get them a couple dances. I don't want to dance. Y'all are beautiful, wonderful, but I don't really. I'm not about facades. That's kind of a facade, right? You know what I'm saying? And they be like, well, let me talk to you. I'm like, I'm for real, man. If we talking, we can just talk. But you know, I don't want to dance. I don't want, you know what I'm saying? And so we be talking, and then we get to talking, and we have a conversation, and they want to talk the whole night. They be like, "Oh, I'm tired. I'm tired dancing with these dudes. These dudes be da da da." I'm like, I don't know, man.
I will let you know that no one is jealous, but
okay.
Let's
I
ask
agree.
Tyler's questions.
Yeah, I was being facetious about the jealous part. I'm just saying, but I'm
never jealous when cheeks are in my laps and in my face. I'm never jealous of another nigga. But go ahead though.
I would say, yeah. You know, so I just have conversations with them. But anyway, what is the role of a bartender in your summation or in your? How do you feel? What's the role?
The role of a bartender, coming from me, and most people from me see me not as Andrea Tyler, the bartender. They see me as sister. And everybody knows me as the club as sister, and sister is just that. You know, I provide hospitality when they come in the club. Most people, just as we've been on the phone here, I'm sitting outside the club. People are pulling up and they're like, "Where are you at? You know, you're supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Who's at the bar?"
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, I'll be there.
Yeah.
So the bartender is the person that is your greeting in this type of establishment. The bartender is who oversees, for the most part, or at least me as the bartender, I oversee the club. You know, I'm making sure that everybody has what they need. I'm making sure that the ladies are comfortable and you know, not out of place. A lot of times if they can't go and say something to the guys who are in charge, they can come and see me, because I also have that authoritative type of, you know, presence in the club. So as a bartender, the bartender not only tends the bar, but oversees the entire place.
Talk to him.
When you're at the bar, can you kind of peep the scene and see some of the unruly clients starting to act a little funny, and you can cue security over there to handle the situation?
Well, you know, for me being here, I've a lot of people, we make the jokes that, you know, I come with the building because I've been here for quite some time. I left for a couple of years, you know, on my media travels and everything, and then I'm back, but I can see stuff before it takes place because I'm familiar with it. I can, you know, see the tension brewing in the left corner. I can see those two girls over there, you know, kind of beefing with each other. Give me 1 second here, guys.
Take your time.
Yeah, we'll pause for the card.
Did we do a wardrobe change again?
What are you talking about?
He is gonna switch outfits more than Tyra Banks would at a show.
What are you talking about?
We do another wardrobe change. I'm telling you, boy, you quicker than me on set.
What are you talking about? You know, I was in the movie, right? I mean, I know that.
Oh my God!
You know, I know the footage of my. Because first off, let's. I don't want to get into my movie. You know what I'm saying?
No, please do. Let's get into it.
You know what I'm saying?
Please,
but you know, I was I was blessed to have the opportunity to be, you know, an extra. Well, I said extra. I was an extra in the original filming of Mo City, and the great Miss Tyler, you know, gave me a call back, and she was like, you know what, I think you kind of got the camera kind of likes you, you know, and you kind of, you know, I want to put you some more things, you know, and so I had a few more scenes with the great yeah, I call him great the great I just went blank, man. I could see him talking about it's the watch.
Mo McCoy.
No, not Mo McCoy. I'm thinking about
You talking about the comedian guy?
I'm talking about look at the
Boo
watch.
Capone.
Boo Capone.
Boo
Yeah,
Capone.
yeah.
You know, this
had-
story would be a lot better if you tell it in your thespian voice.
No. I'm gonna sell it in my voice.
Oh, see, boy, you man,
Yeah, man,
you ain't no actor. What the fuck are you drinking out the bottle anyway?
Water.
You turning that bottle up is too. It don't look like you got no weight on it.
It doesn't. It's light. You see
It's
that?
cap.
It's cap, man. It's cap.
You drinking 40 Creek out the bottle?
At the
You know I'm
bottle.
the bartender. It don't look as like it's no weight on that.
I mean, you know, I don't want to tell my secrets, man, because I don't want to seem kind of way. But you know, it's water. It's water. It's just for show. You know what I'm saying? It's just for show. It's not water.
That look like a crisp new shirt you got on there, bro.
Oh, this is an old shirt. No, it's not. It's that's how I wash good, man. I wash good. You know what I'm saying? This
Man,
is the,
come on now.
This is the original, man. It's the original shirt. You know.
Raise
But-
your arms up. Let us see the armpits.
You know, I wash good, man. You know, but
It's a
you know,
brand new shirt, man.
I make shirts, man. I make shirts, so you know, I might
I don't
wear.
even have that shirt, bro.
You should. You got a great one. I gave you a great
I don't
one.
have that shirt. I have a
white
gray
one?
shirt. I have a gray shirt that says 16 Shots Podcast with Young James Boogie and AR Dub.
And you should have a great one that says.
I do not have that shirt at all.
Oh well, you know, look, man. You know, I
The problem with all of this is I have 0 shirts that
well,
say
exactly.
you was
Yeah.
globetrotting. That's why you were globetrotting. It's hard to catch up with you if you in Georgia, if you in Michigan, if you in Las Vegas, if you in
You gotta catch on IG to find out where they at. You know, what I'm saying?
I'm
exactly.
in Houston right now, and y'all know that because y'all been seeing my view from behind the bar.
See,
Man, I'm telling you, man. And you dropped some pics, man. And I was like, you know, with all due respect, I was like, man, hold up, man. Let me get a haircut right quick and move around. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Tell the wife a good lie. Yeah, I'm going to go chill with Boogie tonight. You know what I'm saying? And
so when I came to the photo shoot, first off, she had me dress up, and I don't dress up.
you know what, time out. I'm gonna let you tell your story, bro. But you know what? I don't really. You know, you my brother and I love you, but you a hoe.
How I'm a hoe?
Cause, bro, when you was doing the Mo City casting calls and shit, you didn't tell your boy about it till after you was there.
No, I 100% told you before. I told you don't say that. I told you before.
No, I vividly remember this.
No. You know what?
I was
You
hot about
wrong.
it, bro.
You wrong because I didn't know because but she's here. Didn't you just tell me? It's like, hey, I got a part. You gonna come, right?
I actually did. I just called them out of nowhere, and that's usually how I do. Most people, for the most part, I have to surprise them with it because otherwise they'll get cold feet.
I'm gonna
She
tell you
knows
how
an
I found out.
actor.
No, I'm gonna tell you how I found out he was shooting the movie because I saw a photo of him and Boo Capone pop up out of nowhere, and I hit that boy line. I was like, man, where you at? Oh man, I'm in the movie. I'm doing Mo City. That's how I found out.
That's how I found out too.
Oh, you found out once you was taking the photo.
Yeah. No, I found out when.
Now you
that
had a
was-
little
was-
more time.
That was the second time. Okay, the first time she's like, I'm trying to tell you, the first time she said, "Hey, I was thinking about you. You would come in and do this part." And this leads back to the story. I was like, I don't dress up, so I was like, okay, let me. So I put on my long sleeve turtle. You know what I'm saying? I put on my slacks.
You wore a turtleneck?
I wore it. It wasn't a turtle. It was, you know, because you know I'm kind of like skinny swole, so regular like a turtle, but you know what I'm saying. But anyway,
It was up there.
yeah, it was up there. You know what I'm saying. So you know, and
Oh yeah,
everybody,
the smart guy top button all the way up here.
it was no buttons, bro. It was just, you know, just letting the form show. You know what I'm saying. There's no buttons, just soft cotton. You know, whatever. So and I'm thinking everybody gonna be like this. I get there, everybody casual. What the fuck, man? I look like a square, and I'm like, oh man, I think I'm, you know what I'm saying? But it was cool. It was cool. So like I said, I thought that was gonna be it. I didn't know I was gonna have to say, but then she hit back, and and so it's like, oh yeah, y'all got the center. I'm like, yeah, we got the center. So he pulled up. So the picture you saw was at our center premiere, and it was, what I'm saying, it was. I'm pretty sure I called you and told you, but
now you did tell me about the cigar bar situation.
Okay,
when I had
see,
because I had a pothole on my way. And you told me about that. So
I didn't go to that.
I know. I found out once I was on my way.
But okay. So we even. So I did tell you. I did tell you about the time when I was going to go together. I thought, okay, well, I went to this one. He go to that one. And
no,
the third,
you told me about the cigar. And all right, you know what? Never mind. This neither here nor there. Let's talk to Miss Tyler before she has to go bartend.
Yeah. Okay, so I go to Miss Tyler, and I'm squared up. You know what I'm saying? Now I haven't seen her yet. I'm just there. She is in full. She's a lot. She's a lot to look at. You know what I mean? It's like if you're not prepared for what you'd be like, what the, hold up, man. And then she had the big hair in. So I was, you see the hair coming first, you're like, man, is that Shaka Khan coming up? You know what I'm saying? And then you're like, no, Shaka Khan ain't built like that, man. Shaka Khan ain't built like that. Yeah. But it was, so I had to get extra professional because, I don't know what other people do, but if there's any, I always get super professional. Like, let me just be the most square brother I could be. Cause I don't want to, I don't want anything. First off, women's on some bullshit. Let's start there. But going past that, I just be like, yeah, women on some bullshit, man. Cause I'd be like, if I came in there with my dick print hanging out, man, or, you know what I'm saying, it'd be totally different. But y'all can do whatever. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to just be like,
well, listen, whoa. Because coming from this background and ending up in media,
yeah,
I had to learn because I'm used to displaying body first.
Yeah.
And what I learned straight off the bat when getting into the professional realm and getting into media is stepping out like that, where the first thing that a person see is my form and all of that stuff, because I know how I'm built. I know the type of impact I have on the male eye, or sometimes the female eye too.
Yeah.
But
so you heard that right there? She's like, I know what I do to women.
I heard the flex, bro.
She's like, stay all, we keep going.
I'm really mad you interrupted her, bro.
Tell you.
Go ahead.
That was the flex. But
I told you I saw the photo and I almost got a haircut. You know what I'm talking about?
No, bro. You the photo don't do the photo. The photo. Look, you remember when we saw Lisa Ray? Hold on, no, bro. Remember when we saw Lisa Ray? Remember when Lisa Ray walked down the hallway of the YMCA?
I saw her ass before I saw her.
That's what I'm saying. Remember when we saw Lisa Ray and we was like you've seen Lisa Ray on TV, and we've seen it on Players Club. We've seen her, but the
in
TV,
person is something different.
It does no justice to what LisaRay is. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I was finna go get a haircut.
Okay. Well, continue. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, so basically what I'm saying is you have to learn, especially being a female, of not only my build, but also my knowledge level. I have to learn how to cut it off, cut it on, and when to use it and when not to use it. There was a lot of times where I'm sitting in boardrooms at conference tables where, ideas and things are being spread around. I say something and nobody says anything back. But when I go into the studio and I'm watching the live show that's being broadcast, I'm seeing my ideas being used. But in the credits, my name isn't there. So I had to learn how to assert myself brain first as opposed to body first when switching back and forth. But as a character and when I'm in acting mode, sometimes that body come first.
Yeah,
and I use it to the best of my ability
and
when the check's there.
yeah, and to even be more up forward in front. When I say women is bullshit, I mean it's like it's just when not saying that it is what it is to me is the bullshit. It is what it is with anybody in any shape because everybody loves some type of shape. So that's not the issue. What I'm saying is that when you don't acknowledge it, like when you just probably pretend like, oh man, what? No, I just got, like, nigga, you got triple D's and you can't breathe good because your titties in your face. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta acknowledge that. But man, we got so far off the what you call it. The role of a bartender. So you said that you're the liaison between everybody, whether
between everybody, between the dancers, the security staff, the DJ staff, the managers, the owners. I'm making sure that whoever provides the products for the club that we never run out of what we need. I'm making sure that if we got customers come in a bunch and we got all our girls in the back, the DJ calls the girls to the floor. I'm making sure that, whatever the case may be. I had a niece of mine. Well, no, it was my nephew. I got a lot of nieces and nephews, but one of them at this age, they said, they was like, no, ain't it like the mama of the club? She makes sure that everybody's straight. So that's what sister does at the club.
So
I'm not just the bartender, I'm there.
So what's your favorite drink?
My favorite drink is, right now in this day and age, it's just a straight shot of tequila.
What type? What kind?
Reposado.
What about you, Dub? What's your favorite drink?
Hennessy. I'm a nigga still.
Well, that's what I'm drinking right now.
That's racist. That's racist.
You know what? I just love specs, and I feel like I'm programmed. Every time I go in the liquor store, I say, "Man, I'm gonna try something new," and I will try. I do like whiskey, so I will try different whiskeys. But for some reason, I always gravitate to the cognac aisle. Because my uncles told me that's what men do. We drink cognac, and we say broad. For some reason, they wanted to tell me that when I was, 12, but whatever.
You know what?
So
I really would like to expound on that, not today, but another day, about we are children trying to grow up our whole lives. We're children. We're trying to grow up, and a lot of our actions, reactions, commentary on life is coming from childhood traumas or childhood and for better or for worse, either way. Not saying it's good or bad, but sometimes it's great, sometimes it's horrible. Sometimes you don't realize it until, like, damn, I'm sitting here I was trying to impress my dad, who didn't love me for 30 years. So I was trying to make my mama love me. But anyway, my favorite drink is I've always been a Long Island tea guy. Long Island tea, man. Always. However it comes, man. If it's a Strong Island, if it's a ready made, if it's a handmade, I've always been a Long Island tea guy. That's my thing, man. That's my
yes. Many nights, me and you have went to the store and got the Long Island iced tea in the bottle.
Yeah,
and then added some more liquor to it.
Yeah.
So
I ain't
gonna lie, I have had some decent Long Island iced teas. But like I said, I'm a cognac man. I was raised by some fine gentlemen who told me they were militant, and they said, man, as a man, you're supposed to always have a watch and a wallet. Always look your best when you leave the house, and you drink cognac. It was either Remy, Hennessy, or Courvoisier.
All them niggas on dialysis now.
No, actually,
I'm joking.
That was wrong.
I'm joking. I apologize. I'm joking.
No. I can see why you would say that.
Yeah. Because
that could be true if you abuse the shit.
Yeah. What's y'all never ever again drink? Like, man, I ain't never
Gin.
drink. What Pookie say? What Pookie say? Tangerine.
Tanqueray, yes. I would never drink that. To this day, I do not drink gin. You know, I had an episode one night. It was some gin at the CG Studios / King Head in Jason's house.
Yeah.
And for years I avoided a situation. But for some reason,
oh man,
I was drinking gin one night, and the situation I was trying to avoid, I ended up in it. And because of that reason, I will not. You can't pay me to drink gin. Like, to the point,
alcohol. That's what he's gonna do.
You really can't. Like if you really verbalize the fact that gin is in a Long Island iced tea, I won't drink it. I'll have to wait till the next time I come and you try to give me a drink with gin in it. I won't buy it.
So you Jamie Foxx. You Jamie Foxx, huh? You blame on alcohol. It wasn't you. It's alcohol made you do it, man. It wasn't your. It wasn't your secret. It wasn't your secret desire the whole time. It was alcohol.
I wasn't avoiding the situation because the young lady was like ugly or bad.
I didn't put no contact.
I was just avoiding the situation, and the gin. I didn't know what happened, bro. Like I didn't. I woke up the next morning like, oh shit. Like I woke up to somebody like, oh shit. So you know,
I ain't never woke up to nobody like that.
I didn't either until I drunk gin the one time. Won't do it again.
About you?
Definitely. I've had some nights. Gin will make you sin, but my never again drink is definitely a Long Island. Long Island has vodka, gin, rum, and tequila in it. No, sir.
As a functioning alcoholic, I love the fact that the Long Island has all the white liquors.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but listen, it's just not. If I was to even smell it right now to this day, I would probably gag. I would probably gag if I was to smell the Long Island right now. I have had some nights. I have definitely had some nights.
That is too easy. I'm not gonna even go there.
My second favorite drink is sake. I love sake, bro. I live to go do sake bombs.
Like Missy?
Something about sake.
Man, I love sake, bro. Hey, man, sake. Hey, bro.
It's something about sake.
Man, you go on a date with a young lady. Of course, it's all consensual. But if you get them sake bombs, bro, you gonna have a nice little night.
You absolutely, man. Sake make a woman feel sexy. I just have it. It just is what it is. I can't even. I don't know who created it, but that's what it was made for.
I ain't gonna lie,
Tyler,
man.
What's your favorite drink to make?
My favorite drink to make. I don't have a favorite drink to make. I like being able to create something straight off the whim. If somebody comes and tells me, like, make me something sweet but tart with this on it and blah blah, you know, I like being able to do stuff like that. So I don't think I have a favorite that I like to make. I like being able to give people what they want.
Okay. As a bartender, and I might be asking you something too personal. If it's too personal, just tell me yes. As a bartender, and I don't know you like your status, but if you're, you know, dating a man, let's say you're at the young man's house, what is a drink that you would like a young man to know how to make you?
Again, so right now my favorite drink is a shot. So you really can't mess up a shot.
Okay. Straight to the point, huh? Just shots.
You can't mess up a shot. No. Look, right now we kind of what the kids call big age, so we really don't have time to be playing around. Let's just get straight to the point.
Yeah, I had another uncle.
I'm just listening.
Oh, here you go with sombrero. Another uncle told me that like you know, if you're a bachelor, you got to have a full stock bar because you got to make sure you got what the females like. And I've heard, you know, the late great Kevin Samuels say these things, you know, like you can't be no broke dude trying to bring females to your house and you ain't got nothing for them to drink, like water, a nice Moscato, and then, you know, a fully stocked bar to be able to make them what they want, you know. And so, you know, my wife, she is a fan of the Washington apple shots. Do you make these, Tyler?
Yeah.
Man, those are fucking good. They're not that strong, but they're pretty good though.
They not that strong, but they sneak up on you.
Bug definitely has had to watch the apple.
They
How you
sneak
figure?
up
How
on
you figure that?
Because you was with me when we was drinking them.
Washington Apple?
Yeah, you know, back in the day when we had the finance guy for the Circle G's.
Oh,
When we
okay,
had
okay,
the,
okay,
two-step in the clubs. That was
Yeah,
his thing. He ordered rounds and rounds of Washington apples. And, you know, the female was with me and she was like, hey, this is pretty good. I was like, yeah, it is pretty good. What is it made with, Miss Tyler?
Honestly, I've been drinking right now, so I can't remember.
Oh, it's
That's
funny.
all good.
Hey, bro, let's boot up and go to the spot, man, because she been drinking, man. So, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all
I ain't got
should,
no
because
haircut,
look,
though.
the cars are pulling up. Look, that haircut ain't gonna matter. I might tell security not to let you in with that sombrero though.
I
Please
can't
do.
come with a
Please do.
sparrow.
Please. Yeah.
You can't
please
tell
do.
my name is Juan.
And the chocolate chain. Tell him he can't come in with that chocolate chain either.
Why is
Look,
that my
we
chocolate
have just
chain, man?
look, we have just as many Hispanic customers as we do Black. We accept everybody of all nationalities, races, and creeds up in here. It's
My-
this home for a lot of folks.
My best experiences in the club has always been in clubs where nobody speaks English. I ain't gonna lie. My best experience I've been having, like,
I can see that, bro. I can see that. But
because
I'm
you can go in there and you know, you just like tu cerveza, you know what I mean? And
That's
and
racist.
that's 2 beers, man. How's that racist?
No, how you said it was racist. You didn't have to say
It
the
was-
accent, my nigga.
I
You're not
speak-
gonna order it like that. You're not gonna go to a Hispanic bar and go up there and be like, "Let me get 2 cervezas." You're gonna be like, "Hey, let me get 2 beers
No,
or 2 cervezas."
yo hablas español muy bien, señor.
I know all the important words. Like when a fight start, putos de negro. I know that.
That's why you can't be a bouncer, bro. You know all the she say. I know all the preach words. They're like, no sabe, no sabe. No, I
orale, all that, you know. Miss
He said orale. What was so okay? So where are you at creatively right now, Miss Tyler? Where are you at? What is your creative? What space are you in?
Well, I actually just had a private short film released. My first one produced by myself, as an independent producer. So I just had that released. I believe it's on YouTube. It was sent to the original writer, the executive producer. So I didn't have too much to do with it after it was completed. But that's where I'm at. I've had a few independent actors approach me as far as being a talent manager, and I've been considering it, but I don't necessarily feel like that's something that I'm big into. So I don't think I'm gonna go too much into it, because when it comes to the way that I do business, I also do business in the same way that I handle my personal life. And a lot of people say that that's not good, but that's the only way that I can balance the two, because most of my time is dedicated to business. Most of everything that I'm doing when I step out of my front door is dedicated to business. I don't really have a lot of personal time. So
I know the feeling.
that's where I'm at. I also I didn't mean to cut you off, but I also am working on a few ghostwriting projects. So with those, there's usually an NDA there, so I can't really speak on what they are, but that's always something that I'm doing.
I was gonna say, I had 3 quick thoughts as you were saying what you were saying. One, I totally understand. I'm looking at my calendar. I'm like, my calendar is full. I'm getting chewed out. Man, you supposed to be here that you get, you know, and I'm like, oh damn, shit, whatever. Also, I was like, you said that you've been on Jay's Boss for a while, and Jay Boss is older than me, and I'm an old head. So I'm like, dang, man,
Jay Boss older than you?
Gotta be.
Nah.
Yeah. Gotta be. I know he is. I'm 100% sure he is. I know he is. And then on top of that,
you know what? You're right. Because who was his mentor? It was Jack Frost, right?
Yeah. And Jack Frost is in the 60s.
Yeah, he might be pushing 50, bro.
Yeah.
It was Jack Frost.
Yeah.
It was Jack Frost. I remember Jack Frost.
Yeah. And then on top of that, I was like, Black don't crack. And then I was thinking, I was like, yeah, because if you do the talent thing, you'll be forced to have to come my way because all the talent over here. And you know what I'm saying? And if you ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't full hearted on it, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to be the person in history to be like, yeah, I was James Boogie first manager, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I dropped the ball on that. You don't be that person. You know what I'm saying? You dropped the ball on all this kind of talent, you know what I'm saying? Because I am an actor, you know what I'm saying? I haven't told you about my Bissonnette acting debut or my, you know, you saw the film. You saw the film.
You gonna let her
I
manage
did.
your OnlyFans too?
She saw the film. She saw
She saw the OnlyFans?
No, she saw the film.
I did see the Bissonnette movie.
Yeah,
well, let me ask you a question, Miss Tyler. Did you see Boogie in the Bissonnette movie?
And that's what I was just Boogie. I don't remember seeing you.
No, he was in the movie.
I was in the movie. I was 100% in the movie.
Him
Now I
and
gotta
his
go
car
back and
was
watch
in the
it
movie.
again.
His
I gotta
car
go
was
back and
Hold
watch
on,
it again.
hold on. Let me tell you.
him.
Let me tell you about my part. My part was the pivotal part of the when the movie was going, and like, because every movie has a part where it's like it's crescendoing, and like it's a point where the movie could go fall all the way off, or it can get better, or it can like you know. My part is when I came in. That's when the movie like just it picked up and like it drug you back in. You know what I'm saying? That was my part. You know what I'm saying? It was a small part, I admit. It wasn't a huge, I wasn't like a feature actor, but I was pivotal.
So now I have to go back because then this is just me speaking out of my experience,
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
If your part was that part, then why don't I remember it?
Well, you know, you don't remember you probably remember because
I'm glad you said it, because if I would have said it, he would have called it hate.
it was so like you've seen how smooth my acting style is. Let me tell you about
I have.
let me tell you about Miss Andrea Tyler and her directorial, you know, duties when she put me in the film. She has a script. I read the script, but she created a part that didn't really have a lot of dialogue. And then put me with the most talkative motherfucker on the planet.
Somebody talk more than you?
Absolutely.
Shit. I'm talking about this nigga talk about talking. So so now you got this impromptu king in Boo Capone who you just give him an idea and he just starts making up shit off the top of his head, and now I gotta feed off of this shit he making up off the top of his head and go back and forth. But he just don't know that shit. I'm a damn fool too, bro. I've been playing it low, but it's damn fool in my blood as well. And so we had to back and forth on the damn foolness for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But saying all that, in the Bissonnette movie, I wasn't allowed to be as free as you allowed me to be. In the film
was though.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't allowed to be as free. They have restrictions, you know. It was, you know, people who had billing, you know. It was, you know how, you know, they didn't, you know, sometimes, you know, Jamie Foxx was an extra in some movies, you know. Dave Chappelle was an extra in some movies, you know.
I actually know the young lady you was in the scene with too.
Yeah. And ask her about me, bro.
I'm not going to.
Why not?
What Dominique Carter did.
Oh, I bet she remember. Oh, that guy, he was real nice. He was good too. He was good.
She did say you were a nice guy. She did say that.
He was good. He had words and stuff like that. I'm an actor. You know what I'm saying? Director.
Well, I believe you got skills, and that was my reason for calling you back. So I'll give you that much credit. You and your light bottle that you got there.
So, Miss Tyler, I do have some questions for you. So,
okay.
I know you've been in the business for as being creative with shooting movies, producing movies, things like that. Now that you're in Houston, what does that look for you now? I know Bud kind of touched on it a little bit, asking what are some of the things that you are doing. So I guess as, you know, someone who had the script is at the point where they're at casting. When it comes to shooting a film and finding talent, how do you approach that? Being in the city, how do you approach casting? Do you do it in person? Do you do it over submissions? And what is your process if you had to shoot an independent film on your own?
Well, I do all of the above. First, the first thing that I do is I take a look at the script and the character profiles, so I know what type of characters I'm looking for. There's always going to be in the independent realm, there's always going to be people approaching you when they know that you're a producer or director saying, you know, put me in your movie, put me in your next movie, put me in your next movie. Everybody don't have the skills though, you know. So I do a little bit of all of the above. I go with who I already know works, who I already know will fit in. You know, I like to reuse some of the same actors that I used in previous films because I know their strengths and I know their weaknesses. But then I also like to give those who feel like they need just to put their foot in the door that chance to put their foot in the door. You know, if they come out and they audition and they show that they have strengths in certain areas and weaknesses in some areas, it may be something that I can work at to help them enhance, or it may be something that maybe you just ain't gonna cut it type of situation. You may have, you know, it's a million different situations that play out. You just have to be ready to act on the fly, you know, as a casting director. You know, you have some people who, when they come into casting to audition, they may kill the audition and be able to give you Whitney Houston type of performance, but then when they see the big cameras and the lights and the you know, all the technical stuff come out on the actual set, and they see that they're, you know, things, how fast things are moving, they crush under pressure. So you have to have somebody a lot of times ready to fill in for that person. That's what just happened with the most previous movie that I just created. We were casted, we had been doing rehearsals over and over again for about a month. And right when the time came for us to film, something happened with one of our main characters. So, and it was a male. We had nobody to fill in. So we had to turn the
And you ain't
character
call
into a gay
me?
female. We had to turn the character into a gay female and not filled in. It was literally the last moment, the day of filming, that we had, and I knew all the lines, I knew the roles, so I filled in.
Ingenuity,
you just got to be
man.
ready to act on the fly.
Ingenuity is the master of all things. So I agree with that. As talking about Houston film, what are your top, or what are some of your favorite? I said top. Some of your favorite Houston independent films.
Some of my favorite Houston. You know, I don't have a favorite.
Oh, some you like.
And honestly, I'm horrible at remembering names. I'm horrible at remembering names, but I see a lot of repeat producers or actors or things like that.
Yeah.
And one name that I can remember at this moment is Jonathan Milton. You know, he's a great producer and he has a lot of great work out there. But myself,
so talk your shit, Queen.
Talk your shit. You know, I'm an humble person for the most part, and I've been all over the United States, traveling with, being on tour with premieres and things like that. But I get to see that when you do a good job, when you do a great job, when you go above and beyond the call of duty, your name gets out there. You create a buzz, and it's amazing to me, you know, sometimes the type of response that I get back from people, even when I'm not working on something in particular. Somebody may have just caught something from somewhere else and they're calling me up like, hey, what do you think about this? Can I get your input on this? Can we hire you to do this? And I'm like, show me the contract and I'm there if it's right. So yeah, you do your thing and people come back. Just like I called you back.
On the side note, I was thinking about contracts the other day, and I don't know if me and Dub have had this conversation. I know me and somebody else had a conversation about contracts and how like they're kind of bullshit. But like, you know, a contract, I'm not saying, I'm saying it in a very broad and vague, I'm not saying that they're not, but I'm saying like a contract, if you think about it, at any time a contract can be changed. At any time. At any point. The only discrepancy most of the time is who feels they're being slighted by the contract. That's the only, that's the only, like, cause like, if you think about it, like, okay, I say I'm gonna pay you $20 an hour to do so and so. I am doing some work and I'm like, man, this shit, it should pay me $40. I feel slighted, so now I'm mad. I say I'll pay $20 and do this shit, and I'm like, man, that shit is really $10 hour job. I feel slighted. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But you'll say the contract say 20, so pay me 20, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Contracts are wild, man. Like contracts are just proof that people don't get along.
And that's true. But a contract can be your saving grace, or it can also be the thing that wipe you completely out. So, you know, I tell people, and I give people this when I'm counseling people, I tell them on a regular basis, not only should you actually read the entire thing and ask questions for things that you don't know, but also have someone else look over it. And, you know, a lot of people will say, well, you don't know what you're talking about, kind of stuff, or that person didn't know what they was talking about, or they're just they're big-eyed to what's being presented to them or what's being offered to them that they just sign without reading, that they get caught up in something that they can't get themselves out of. So, you know.
But that's what I'm saying. The part of you not being good out of it is somebody else being weak. Somebody saying like, yeah, this is fucked up, but I because you signed it, I'm gonna hold you. Even though I know that this is unfair, you signed it. I'm gonna hold you to it. You at some,
but that's why you got to make sure before you sign a contract, you know, you read it, and if you don't understand the terminology, you go hire somebody who does.
Exactly.
Because essentially, it's a negotiation between the two.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But it does matter though, bro.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think any contract is going to be 100% the way you want it, the 100% the way the other party wants it. But you at least got to make sure
why
that you
not
can get things in there, because me and you can be in contract negotiations and we both want different things. But when we sign the contract, we make sure that contract is going to speak to the things that we are willing to agree with. Like I might, you know,
what I'm saying. My point is that contracts are proof people can't get along. I'm saying that you're saying that no contract is gonna be equal. Like, so how the fuck it can't be equal, bro? Like, Dub, if you want to talk about cars all day long, and I want to talk about feet all day long, then why can't we just, what the fuck? Why can't we just say, okay, we're gonna talk about this 50% of the time for this, but why would I have a contract to say, when we put a contract in there, the contract is just proving that we can't get along.
But it's just like you said, it's a negotiation. You have to negotiate. So because there is just that nobody's going to get 100% of what they want. So you have to negotiate with the give and take of the situation.
And then you negotiate your terms of what you're willing to do.
But that don't make sense though, because
it protects both parties though.
No, what I'm saying, tomorrow, if we write a contract today, right? And if they're illogical, bro, they're illogical, because a contract written today, it's a 99.9% chance that in a month, in a year, in 5 years, the situation is gonna change. You're not gonna be the same person, the same individual, the same company you were in June of 2001 that you were in June 2020.
But that's why you update your contracts.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is,
we don't update it though.
That's what I'm saying is, so if I gotta write the contract to begin with, and I gotta update it, that's saying that I don't trust you. It's like and I'm not arguing. I'm just saying that it kind of speaks to not to how we can't get along as people. Because you
I
saying
wouldn't say that though.
look, I'm gonna write this contract, right? I'm gonna have my lawyers look at this contract, all this shit to try to protect myself. Now I can protect myself all I want to, whatever happens. But shit, if I came to this thing as a $20 nigga, and now in a year I'm a $2 million nigga, you think that contract gonna reflect my $2 million? Hell no. Why would I do that?
But that's what.
But you're
go
going
ahead,
to
I'm sorry.
update that contract. The whole purpose of it is to not be the same person by the end of the contract. The purpose of the contract is for either party to come up, I'm assuming, in some type of way. So you're not going to be the exact same person by the end of the contract that you were by the beginning of the contract.
But what I'm saying
That's the
is,
whole part. I
I'm
would
sorry,
love to trust every single person that I go into business with, but people get the big head once they step their foot in the door. So that's why I need that contract to protect me. You might be cool with me when we chill at the bar, but when we step on set, I need to know that I'm protected under that contract.
When I'm saying
but the other piece is you're trying to ensure your return on your investment. So, you know what I'm saying? Prime example, let's say 2530 Media, and JB is the talent, and JB has he's an aspiring podcaster. He has the potential to have a $1 million podcast. You know what I'm saying? So I give you a $3 million deal over 2 years, and we have certain numbers and benchmarks that you should hit. You know what I'm saying? With that contract being signed, I'm gambling. You might not hit said benchmarks in those 2 years. You're still going to get your $2 million because that's what the contract says. After that 2 years, then we're going to renegotiate it to reflect your output. Now, let's say
hold on. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. Keep going. After year one.
After year one, let's say that you exceed those benchmarks and you overachieve.
Yeah.
Yes. As a fair business person, we can come back and sit down at the table and rework said contract that will give you more money because of your earnings. Or after said 2 years, we can look at the 2-year contract you worked out. Man, I exceeded these benchmarks. I did X, Y, and Z. We negotiate and you get more money.
You make that a stipulation of the original contract.
I agree with you. I agree with the concept, but there's a difference between conceptualizing or conceptual. The concept of what you're saying, yeah, but in actuality, what really happens, that don't happen. If that was how it happened, man, we can name off 100, 1,000 people who had contracts who were built in that frame of work, who were like, man, now, like you said, if you saying you give me 3.5 million for XYZ, and then you turn around and I'm like, in my first 6 months, I didn't made that. I'm not gonna wait. Why I want to wait a year?
You signed a contract though.
Exactly, but I've already exceeded my contract.
Don't matter.
But before you got into that contract, you wouldn't have been able to achieve that without going into that contract with that person. So it's the give and get of the situation, the give and take. If you didn't go into that contract with that person, then you wouldn't get to that point where you feel like you have over exceeded.
What I'm saying is, if the contract says we're doing this and that, and the expectation is this, the expectation is you're gonna do, I'm gonna give you 3 million, right? Once me as the person who signed the contract has made more than 3 million for you, why would I'm immediately be like, man, I'm not working for you no more, man. We gotta renegotiate this because I've already made you back your money and then some.
It don't work like that.
Exactly, because contracts some bullshit, bro. Because you can make more. Listen, what I'm saying.
This is what I'm saying. But what happens? All right, I'll take that same concept.
Yeah,
I give you. We sign a year contract, and after 3 months, you exceed the 3 million.
Yeah,
that you signed for. So now you want to rework said contract, right?
Yeah.
Now, what happens after 3 months? You haven't come close to meeting said benchmarks, and I sit down with you and say, you know what, man, you ain't met these benchmarks in these 3 months.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, let's give some money back. Are you willing to do that?
I'm willing to say that if okay. Now we got to be honest about industry, right? If you're saying that I signed you to this, because I have the ends, I have the connections, I have the monetary funds to be able to open these doors, right? Not because you have talent, because it's a million motherfuckers with talent. It's
Exactly.
1,000. That's
Exactly.
the talent ain't the issue. The issue is who has the talent and is able to be. Who can get into them doors? Them doors have dollar signs on them, and you have the
You're right.
dollars, right? So now you telling me because you couldn't use your dollars to open them doors is my fault.
That's not true. I've used I've fulfilled my end of the contract.
No, you
used
didn't.
My dollars. I did. I've used my dollars to open said doors for you, and the talent that you have produced thus far hasn't reaped the benefits that it should have reaped in 3 months. So would it be fair for me to say, you know what, man, it's been 3 months, boom, you haven't hit these benchmarks.
Yeah.
Everything I've said and I was going to do, I've done.
Yeah.
How would that look if I sit down with you and say, well, we got to renegotiate this, you got to get some money back? Would that sit well with you? Or would you say, you know what?
Yeah.
No.
You saying
Yeah,
now, but if
the
you
year.
were in that
No.
situation, you would definitely not
No,
be
when I'm
saying
no,
yes. I
this
promise
what I'm
you,
saying.
you
This
would.
what I'm
Definitely would. You
Hold up,
definitely
let me
would
finish.
want.
Let me
You
finish.
definitely would want that contract to play out.
No, let me finish.
Before I say give you back
Because
some
you
money.
feel like you
Let
lost
me
something.
finish.
You
No,
feel like you invested your time.
Let me finish. Let me finish. What I'm saying is, if you're saying that the contract is for a year, right? I got to hit X amount of benchmarks, right?
Yeah.
So if I got to hit benchmarks, then you got to hit benchmarks. So if you
I've
hit
hit my benchmark. I put the money up and open the doors. I've given you every resource that you need to hit the benchmarks that you agreed to.
Yeah.
So if you feel like after half of that contract you've exceeded said benchmarks, you can come renegotiate.
Yeah.
All right. If the shoe's on the other foot after half of that contract and you haven't fulfilled on your end of the bargain, then I should be able to come renegotiate.
Yeah, you can. But I'm saying I agree. But renegotiate doesn't mean I give money back. Renegotiate means I don't get money going forward. Because
if you want to come ask me for more money,
renegotiate means that the two of y'all are going in to agree up on whatever the situation may be. That don't mean one or the other. It means that y'all come into an agreement on something different than the first agreed situation.
I agree.
I'm going by your example. Well, your example was after half of the duration of it, and I'm just using half of the duration. I know you said it. I'm just using.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm going by your example after half of the duration. Your words were, "Well, I ain't working for you no more until we working and I get some more bread."
Yeah. Because what I'm saying,
why does it not work the other way?
It does, bro. What I'm saying, look, if you're coming to me and telling me, okay, I have my role in this company is capital. That's my role. Not that I'm giving you money because you less than me. That's my role. That's my job. My job is to have capital. Your job is to have talent. So if my talent exceeds your capital, why the fuck should I work for you still? If my
capital exceeds your talent, why the fuck should I work with you still?
Because your capital exceeded my talent from the get-green. Coming into it, you already knew your capital exceeded my talent. If I didn't need your capital, or if the capital wasn't needed, you wouldn't come to me. We're working together. I do my thing, you do your thing. Now, if I did something wrong on my talent, if you told me, hey, go this route, and I didn't go that route and it didn't work, you had a foot to stand on. But if you come to me with a contract and say we're gonna do A, B, C, and D, and I do A, B, C, and D, and it don't work, how the fuck you gonna blame me, the talent? And I did what you asked me to do.
You know what? I could go all night and straight into tomorrow when it comes to contract talk, but I am big on contracts being present in any type of business agreement, whether it's a small contract that say I will show up at 2 p.m. and leave at 4 p.m. I need something in place to show what was intended so that I can show what took place and I have something to follow when I show whether it happened or it didn't happen at the end of the situation. But I got to get to work because it's Friday night, y'all.
I know, y'all. I know.
Night.
I'm gonna get out of here too. I just want to say to end it off, to end the contract talks, I agree with that. The contracts are necessary to have a framework, But what I'm saying is, what happens all the time is that we step outside the framework with either we're going over or going under. And when you do those things, the party that steps out of the framework doesn't always come and be like, "Hey, I was wrong. I was wrong." Well, they say to the contract says this.
Yeah. You're right. And a lot of people don't know how to admit when they're wrong.
Because we can't get along, because we can't agree. We can't agree. If we could disagree, like, shit, I fucked up right here. It's okay. So you could find me here, man. Take 2,000 back, take 100 back, take whatever it is, or dock me pay.
Not everybody's like that though. And especially in media, you got more snakes than you got angels, and you know that.
Yeah.
Miss Tyler, we're glad you came on. We're gonna let you go do your bartending duties. I will be visiting you in the next couple of weeks. Plus, I need to talk some business with you on the film and production side. We had some conversations last time you were on, and now that you're in Houston, I have a couple of actors and actresses and some scripts that I want to run by you and get the ball moving on the project. So
always there.
Give everybody your socials, your company, all of that stuff that, someone wants to reach out to you for some help with getting their independent film going, or if they want to be a part of some of your casting calls that you have, where can they find you at?
Okay. On Instagram, I am Sister For Real. That's SUSTAHFAREAL. On Facebook, it's my legal name. That's Andrea Tyler. On TikTok, it's also Sister For Real. On Threads, it's also Sister For Real. And on Instagram, it is also Sister For Real. So if you need to Google me, if you need to look up IMDb or anything else, it's all Sister For Real. That is my business name. You can find me on a nightly basis at 7928 North Shepherd. That's Touch Lounge, the old Passion Cabaret. I'll be behind the bar. And if you check any of my social media, you can see my point of view from behind the bar, which, like Dub and Boogie say, is real nice, if I must say so.
It is very nice. This is Miss Andrea Tyler, aka Sister For Real, on the 16 Shots podcast. You go in there and make those drinks. Give us your view from behind the bar. Make sure you give us the view of you behind the bar as well.
I got you. I got my cameraman ready.
All right.
Good night, guys.
Like Chuck said, and two. Peace.